So hello guys, welcome to Max Study. Today in this video we will solve the reasoning and basic science part which was given in the UBSI paper 2022. So let us go ahead. If you see the reasoning part of UBSI this year, it was I would say of the level moderate. Okay, so questions were pretty good. If you see the questions, those were a pretty good level. So let us go ahead and solve the problems one by one. So starting with the first problem number 55 says there's a family party consisting of two fathers, two mothers, two sons, one father in law, one mother in law, one daughter in law, one grandfather, one grandmother, and one grandson. What is the minimum? They're asking minimum, okay? Number required so that this is possible. First of all, they are asking minimum, and for such kind of problem, first of all, we have to consider a family tree. So, how does the basic family tree starts? Firstly, we have grandfather. This is grandfather, okay, not girlfriend. Grandfather, grandmother, okay, then we have a father, mother, then their offspring or children. So their question says minimum number of people. So we have to adjust this many number of people in this tree so that the number of people are minimum. So firstly, what does the question say? The question says two fathers, two mothers. So two fathers, right? One father, two fathers. Two mothers, two mothers. Two sons. Okay, this is one son. This is another son. Okay, now next. One father-in-law and one mother-in-law. Suppose we are considering this grandfather and grandmother as the father of this, as the parents of this father. Then they will be the in-laws of this mother. Okay, so one father-in-law, one mother-in-law. For this child, one grandfather, one grandmother, and for this grandparents, it's one grandson. So in total, how many people do we have? One grandfather, one grandmother, father, mother, and the children, or a son. So in total, we have five number of people. So 5 is the correct answer. Moving to next. Question number 56. In question number 56, firstly you have to know the direction and the left and right position. Suppose this is my arrow pointing towards north. So my left will be here and right will be here. If we rotate it clockwise, in that case, this will be my left and this will be my right and it is pointing towards east. Suppose I rotate it further, then it will point this way, right? So now this will be my left and this will be my right and it is pointing towards south and so on. Okay, this is how you have to consider the directions. Now the question says I'm facing towards south first, then I turn right. I'm facing towards south, right? So this is my right, this is my left. Now after that I walk 20 meters. So 20 meters here. And such kind of problem you just follow the directions what it is saying one by one. In that way you can solve it easily. Okay, I'll just solve it quickly for you. So this is how you will travel. 20 here, 20 here, 10 here, 10 here, 20 here, and 60 here, right? So what the question is saying, then in which direction am I from the starting point? So this is my starting point and I am pointing towards this. So I'm pointing towards northeast direction. So northeast is the correct answer. Moving to next question. Next question says, suppose you enter an elevator at a certain floor, then the elevator moves up 6 floors, down 4 floors, and up 3 floors. You are then at floor 7. At which floor did you initially enter the elevator? For the elevator problem, see, firstly you have to make an assumption that you are at the X floor, right? And if you are going up, add it. If you're coming down, then subtract. So X is the floor where you entered. The question says you're moving up 6 floor. That means plus 6. Then you're coming down 4 floors, minus 4. Going up 3 floors, so plus 3. And at the end, we are at which floor? You are at the 7th floor. So 7th here. Solve this and you will get the value of X as 3, which is equivalent to option A. Floor 3 is the correct answer. Next question. Okay, first of all, starting next question, let us see the conversion first. We know that 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches, right? 12 inches. Or how can we write this? We can also write this as 1 foot is equivalent to 12 inches, right? Suppose my height is 5 foot 10 inch, then I will write it is 5 foot 10 inches, right? This is how you write. Okay, now let's go about. Suppose the question says Shubhas is 14 inches taller than Jatin. So 14 inches taller than Jatin. Then this will be the equation, right? And in the question, they have given the height of Shubhas as 6 feet 6 inches. So we know the height of Shubhas. Bring it here. So the height of Jatin will be Shubhas's height minus 14 inches. Now let's see the subtraction part. This is where most of you might have missed the mistake. Shubhas's height is 6 feet and 6 inches, right? So we have to subtract 14 inches. Okay, take one carry over here. So how much you're taking? 1 foot. You know 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So add 12 inches here. So at the end, how much you're getting here? 12 plus 6 is equal to 18, right? So 18 inches here. Subtract it, 4 inches here, and 5 will be here. We have 5 feet 4 inches at the height of Jatin. So option number A is correct. Now let's see the second part of the question, what it says. The second part of the question says the difference between Shubhas and Sanjeev is 2 inches less than between Sanjeev and Jatin. What it is saying? The difference of height between Shubhas and Sanjeev, okay, is 2 inches less, right? 2 inches less than between Sanjeev and Jatin, right? From the previous equation, we have found the height of Jatin. We know the height of Subhash. Two is the less difference that we know. Solve this, and you will get the value as 6 feet. Okay. So moving to next question. Next question says, okay. In most of the reasoning questions, you have to do it partwise. If you do it partwise, like in the order of the chronology, then the questions will be solved easily. So the cricket match between India and Pakistan happened, and this is the narration they have presented. Okay, the first one says Harbhajan scored more runs than Ganguly. Okay, then second, Sachin scored more runs than Lakshman but less than Dravid. Less than Dravid, right? Sachin scored more than Lakshman but less than Dravid. Third one says Badani scored as much as Agarkar but less than Dravid. Okay, so okay, let me write 3 here. Excuse me. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, Dravid greater than Badani and Agarkar, they scored similar, more than Sachin, more than Lakshman. Okay, this is the relation we have developed so far. Ganguly scored more runs either than Agarkar or Dravid. So now we have this and this, right? So this is the final relation that we got. Now at the last it says each batsman scored 10 runs more than his immediate batsman. The lowest score was 10 runs. So the lowest score, Lakshman, is getting 10. Then the next one must be getting 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So let's move to question number 60. What it says, which of the following batsmen scored 30 runs? We know either Badani or Agarkar scored 30 runs. So in the option they've given only Agarkar, we'll select Agarkar. Next, which of the following batsmen scored 50 runs? We know Ganguly scored 50 runs. So Ganguly is the right answer. Moving to next. Okay, next we have coding and decoding question. Here, if you see this word, word future is made up of the letters from these two words. So you see which alphabet is pointing to, or which alphabet is pointing to which number, right? Future. So here F is pointing to which number? F is equivalent to 2, right? So 2 here. Option number A is wrong. U is which number? 0. So 0. Now let's move to next number, right? Next is 4. Then since there's another U here, then again it will be 0. R. In butter, this R points to 9, right? So 9. Which option is now seeming correct? It is option number B. Let's move to next question. Next question says Ashish leaves his house at 20 minutes to 7 in the morning. That means he leaves his house at 6:40, and it and reaches Kunal's house in 25 minutes. So it took him 25 minutes to reach Kunal's house. So it will be 6:40 plus 25 is equal to 75. And at Kunal's house, they had their breakfast, and it took them another 15 minutes. So at Kunal's house, they stayed till 7:20, and they left for the office for another 35 minutes. Okay. The question says at what time do they leave Kunal's house to reach their office? So they are leaving at 7:20. 7:20 is correct. Now let's go to the last section of the reasoning part, that is related to blood and relations. The question says P is the brother of Q and R is the sister of Q. P is the brother of R. So brother is the answer. Okay, let us now see the basic science part. I'll just roughly tell you the options which are correct, and you can check it against your answer. So starting with starting with question number 65, which is interestingly was also given in the CAPF 2019 paper 1. The option which is correct is D. Then for 66 it is D. 67A. 68 is D. Interestingly, people might have selected either of these because they might have heard of this more. But since the question says elderly person, so presbyopia will be the correct answer. Then this is printer, option number A. Thank you so much for staying connected to the channel, and in the upcoming videos I will be solving the other parts as well, and also will be solving question papers of MPSC and DSC. And if you have any other requests for solving any other question papers or knowing the answers of any questions you do not know, you may post it down in the comment section or let me know in the comment section itself. So thank you so much for watching the video, and do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.